Deacons at Woke United Methodist, they have managed to capture Best Buy. They have preached the good word, spread the woke faith, and they have convinced Best Buy to be baptized and born again? Really? Best Buy. When it happened to Bud Light, Uncle Casey didn't really care. I don't drink, but even when I was a heavy drinker, I never abused my liver by drinking one of the nastiest beers on the market. When it happened to Target, when Target decided to preach the good word by putting a life-size version of Chad Thundercock in the front of their stores, modeling a tuck-friendly bathing suit, when Mommy walked into Target with the kids and the first thing she saw was Chadwick and his Thunder Down Under. Mommy, what is that man wearing a bikini? And what is that thing in his thong? When Target decided to taste the rainbow, I didn't care. I don't shop at Target. When Maybelline made Bob Dylan Mulvaney the face of their brand, maybe it's Mulvaney, had no effect on me because Uncle Casey obviously does not wear makeup. But Best Buy? Best Buy has been infected with the woke fungus? This infection of the woke fungus, it affects me personally because I do some business with Best Buy. I have an annual membership with the Geek Squad, which is an appropriate name for that department. As you're about to see in this clip I'm going to share with you, the Geek Squad is indeed filled with geeks. Dorks, bearded beauties, dudes who spent 4 years of high school getting their heads dunked into the toilet. Even though I rarely use their services, I pay for it every year because when I need it, I need it. If I have a problem with one of my computers, if I have a problem with the desktop that I'm using right now to record this video, I need the problem resolved now. I don't have time to wait. I don't have time to locate a random geek to fix my computer. I need to be able to get on the phone and use the geek I'm already paying for. Unfortunately for me, it appears that I will soon be in the market for a new geek. I guess I'll have to put an ad on Upwork so I can find a new geek to put on retainer, because I can't be dealing with a geek who refuses to provide the service that I've already paid for, all because I refuse to address him by his preferred pronouns. A couple of summers ago, I needed a new computer to handle recording videos in 4K. Those of you who have been with me since the beginning, I'm sure you guys remember the old days when I was recording videos in SD standard definition. I'm sure you guys remember those hideous curtains in my kitchen. The reason I was recording in SD back then is because my laptop could not handle HD recording. Damn sure couldn't handle recording in 4K. When I was looking for a new computer, the first place I thought of was Best Buy. And to their credit, the customer service that I got was great. The young man who helped me, he was an aspiring YouTuber himself, so he knew exactly what I needed. He helped me find a camera. He knew I would need additional lighting to record in 4K. Helped me get everything set up. I gave him a few pointers for his YouTube channel. We both ended the business exchange satisfied. Unfortunately, this other dude shopping for a new computer at Best Buy, he wasn't as lucky as I was. Instead of being helped by a normal kid who was working his way through college, instead of being helped by someone whose primary goal is helping the customer, instead of judging the customer, or even worse, pretending to be offended by the customer, this dude had the misfortune of dealing with one of Best Buy's high-ranking identifiers. From my understanding, This identifier holds a management position at Best Buy. Guy comes in looking to buy a computer. He leaves without being able to purchase the computer he wants because the geek at Best Buy refused to sell it to him. But that's okay. As it turns out, it was this customer's lucky day. He didn't get to leave with the computer, but he did get to leave Best Buy with enlightenment. He got to leave with an education. He got to leave with the satisfaction of fully understanding the lived experience of a man who prefers she/her pronouns. Watch for yourself.
Because you're not going to sell me a laptop because I'm not going to call. I just said, I said, thank you, sir, because he was going to get me a laptop that I was going to purchase, right?
Yep.
And then he turned around and said, I'm not going to sell you a laptop unless you call me a ma'am.
Got it.
And then you said that I wasn't able to even buy the laptop if I'm not going to be respectful. I just said, thank you, sir. That's a ma'am.
Yep.
And I said, thank you, sir, for getting me a laptop.
If you're willing to just... Hey,
no, I'm
it
not
was a
willing
mistake,
to. Hey,
that's fine.
I'm not going to say it's a mistake. Listen, I'm not going to play those games with you today.
Okay. If you can't just
You know
admit a
what I'm
mistake...
It's not a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. I didn't make a mistake, sir. I'm not doing this today. She has pronouns. It's a man.
What in the hell do pronouns have to do with buying a computer? This guy was a hell of a lot more patient than I would have been. He was trying to be respectful. All he wanted was the computer. He didn't want to hear about your preferred pronouns. He didn't want to hear about your lived experience as a man transitioning to a former man who's now a woman. The only thing he wanted to do was give you money, and in exchange, you give him product. You see how that works? There is no emotion in business. People shopping at Best Buy, they don't care about your emotional trauma. They don't care about gender questioning or gender confusion. They don't care that the name on your name tag isn't the name that you prefer. Ooh, my name tag says Greg, but that's my dead name. My new alive name is Peg. They give you money, you give them what they paid for. No one is shopping at Best Buy to purchase emotion. As of the recording of this video, Best Buy has not responded to this clip that is circulating on social media, but they better be careful. There is momentum building online. Normal people are threatening to boycott Best Buy. Now, me personally, I have not canceled my annual subscription yet, but I will. I probably should. 3 years ago, Best Buy was accused of excluding white employees from management positions. Publicly, Best Buy was claiming to be dedicated to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Of course, their dedication to inclusion allegedly applied to everyone except white people. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm white. If Best Buy is excluding white employees from being managers, I guess this white guy should exclude Best Buy from getting any more of my white money. Believe it or not, the pronoun police charging customers with violations of the woke commandments, this is not exclusive to Best Buy. The other day, my mom called me to tell me about what happened to our pastor. My family, we go to a big church, so my pastor is well known in the area, pretty well known nationally as well. He goes into the bank. I can't remember if he's trying to cash a check or make a deposit. Either way, I guess the normal teller was out to lunch because the bank manager was the only one behind the counter. The bank manager is a she, identifying as he or they or them or vice versa. Long story short, they start giving the pastor trouble because of who he is. Somehow, she gets this idea that he is judging her, when the reality is she was judging him. He just wants to cash his check and get the hell out of there. Meanwhile, the bank manager, She wants to have a conversation about pronouns. Your religion is very oppressive. You don't understand my lived experience. Yeah, you're right. I don't understand your lived experience. Not only do I not understand it, I don't give a damn. I'm not here to talk about your doofus lived experience. I'm here to get my money and get the hell out of here. My dad, he goes into the same bank earlier today. My dad has been using this bank probably for as long as I have been alive. Now, he's got business accounts set up at damn near every bank in the city, but his primary bank is this particular bank. He goes in today at lunch. He wants to deposit a check into his business account. Who is behind the counter? Same bank manager. She gives him a problem, claims that he is trying to deposit a business check into a personal account. He tries to explain that it's a business account. My dad is not a patient man. He doesn't have patience for stupidity. At 75 years old, he also has minimal patience for tolerance. Dad is a boomer. He's not used to men claiming to be women. Instead of arguing back and forth with the bank manager, he just took his check and deposited the check into another one of his business accounts at a different bank. After 40 plus years of doing business with this bank, Dad is closing all of his accounts with them. Business is not the place for your personal ideology. Business is not the place to share your lived experience. If you want to share your lived experience, if you want to express your emotions, start a YouTube channel, be a psychologist. Working with the general public might not be for you. When someone sees you with a beard and they are well-mannered, they're probably going to call you sir. They're not meaning to be offensive. Their intent is to be polite. If you get offended, that is a you problem. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.